Welcome to my first video for 2016. My name is Steve Craddy. I'm the owner of Plant City Bonsai, and today we're going to talk about some exciting trees. Sandy and I started our buying very early this year, and we're about to enter the hothouse where we're going to see some very outstanding trees. One of my most requested trees is the Japanese black pine. I've been very, very low on them for the last 2 years, and finally we just had to make a decision. It's time for a trip to California. I have some friends in California who produce fantastic Mikawa black pine, standard black pine, and so we traveled there just a couple of weeks ago, and I'm so excited about this group. I've been buying from this one particular place for years, and each year I get a little bit better at how to pick the trees, and this year I'm just totally excited. So you're about to see several examples of the trees that we just purchased and brought back. I am very excited about this group, and it's easy to see why. This tree has what we're looking for. It has great movement, taper, and branches where we need them. Just a gorgeous little tree. The next tree also has very good attributes. Has a beautiful base, great nabari, and again, branches. You have branch choices. You're not waiting for them to develop. And nice little movement at the top. Just a gorgeous tree. The next tree also has a fantastic base. Fat base. Very great, very good nabari. And again, it's not straight up. It actually has some movement. This next tree is one of my favorites because it's a taller tree, and it just has such beautiful natural movement. No spiraling. It just has a gorgeous movement. And again, you look at that #1 branch. I mean, that's a dream come true. You know, in 2 years this will be in a bonsai pot and ready to probably put into a bonsai show. Number 5 is a very strong tree. It's short, squatty, wide base, again, branches galore, nice movement. You know, the tree obviously will be shorter than it is now. I'd say that the top of the tree will be more in this area here. And it's just going to be a knockout. Tree number 6, let me throw something in a little different. This is a Japanese red pine. It's considered more of the feminine pine. It's softer. This is an especially nice tree. Fantastic base. I mean, when I'm in the field picking these trees, the soil level is up to here, so it's a very involved job. It's a very fun, involved job. We take our tools and excavate away to see what we have going on, and it's just so exciting to find a tree like this. And we don't see as many red pines. I have several of these to talk about, so I'm just going to mention a couple of attributes of each tree because I want to get as many on this video, because it's good to talk about things, but I think just seeing a lot of trees, how about that? That's just killer. Tree 7 is a winner. Another great example of a Shohin black pine. These are mainly Mikawa black, so you already have the advantage of a little bit smaller needle, and they just perform beautifully. This one has nice #1 branch. This #2 works. Some of my bonsai purists would probably eliminate this and make that #1 branch, but it is not a bar branch. It's actually it staggers. Have a gentle movement here, a little bit nicer movement here. Tree will probably end up somewhere right in there. Love it. Tree 11 is another black, another Mikawa black, and it's a tree definitely just in training. I wanted to have a number of these in bonsai pots just because it's fun to have them looking more, you know, a little closer to finished. This one has lots of training that needs to be done, but you got a #1 branch that's #2 that's quite nice. If you did a proper tilt, you could probably actually use this side as a front also. Tree 12, it's a gem. It's a another Mikawa black, extra short needles. It's a great healthy tree. It has nice, very alive candles for this upcoming season. This is a great front. This is another great front. So two-sided tree, I love it. Tree 13 really doesn't need any description from me. You can see it yourself. Fabulous nabari. Branches galore, movement, taper, awesome tree. Tree 14, nice base, lots of branches, good movement. This is the last of the black pines that we'll talk about this morning. I went ahead and put it in a bonsai pot. It already has very nicely developed branches. Needs lots of wiring. It's gonna be a great, if you love wiring, this is a dream come true. Good movement at the top and taper. I'd like to talk about this old guy here. It is old. It's a Trident maple. It's from California. It was a bear to get back here. It took a genius to build a box to enable it to make the trip without breaking a single branch. I'm really excited about that. But anyway, it's a very old tree, beautiful old bark. You have branches galore. The top, you know, the top is really not blended in. When this thing leaves out, you won't even, that would not even be a subject of discussion. But I see somebody desiring the perfect silhouette tree. The tree is going to have a new top. That's going to be the very first thing you work on. But it has a beautiful base, beautiful nabari. Nabari goes up from each side of the pot. I chose this Osiga pot because to me it says the tree's in training, but it's already gorgeous. One of my favorite trees to work with in bonsai, and also one of my most requested trees, is the Pseudocydonia Sinensis, the Chinese Qince. And this trip to California produced not only great black pines, but it produced great Chinese Quinces. And these are old trees. They're not like huge in trunk size, but the stature is there. They have beautiful bases, and most of them have a nice movement. There are some formals that are just formal upright. But the key that makes these outstanding is the branch ramification. These have all been worked with. This doesn't happen. This tree variety does not offer this as an automatic attribute. This has to be created. So we have 5 of these as examples. I think in numbers we have around 30 of these to choose from. So it'd be great to come and bond with one of these yourself, or I can supply pictures. Number 17 is a cool tree. They actually root fairly easily, so anything you take off of this you can actually just put down in the soil, and it takes a while to happen, but they will form trees for you. It has a crazy root system that you know, instead of trying to figure out a way to eliminate, kind of go with it as far as a sort of a unique style. Number 19 offers a very nice root base, nice staggering branches all the way to the top. I just really am excited about this group. 18, the very same attributes. Look at that, very strong tree. With me holding it, you can see how nice they are as far as the girth. And already I'm getting some very positive comments about using these in a forest class. So that could happen this season. Number 20. Number 20 is a forest tree, as I just mentioned. Branches are kind of already on one side. It's a perfect one to add to a forest. A few of the Quinces, the Chinese Qinces, I went ahead and put in bonsai pots. This one here, very unique style, beautiful rootage, and it's like an old fallen over tree in the woods. Used to be one of my favorite styles. I think maybe it still is. This next was more traditional. And you know, what you do with this one, what I will do, or future owner will do, is in keeping the ramification going, keep all these upward flowing branches, branchlets removed from the tree. Again, put them in soil and they will root. I think you get a near 100% take on this. Beautiful little base, small tree, but has nice little movement. 22 is a charmer. Crazy root system. They just that's sort of their growth habit. The last quince I'm going to talk about, number 23, Slanted Style. I chose this pot for it. It's a little oversized. It works with the tree, but it's I thought very complimentary to the tree. Again, it has the classical twigginess of this whole group. Love it. When I was at George Muranaka's, he kept referring to the Corkbark Elms as the group of trees that his father spent way too much time on. And I think it's great fruits of his labor because they're nice and twiggy. This is a legitimate twin trunk, and this is a twin trunk. This one, you can see kind of where it's connected. Just awesome trees. Old, you know, you're looking at 20 plus years on each of these. Another Corkbark elm all the way to the top. It's beginning the cork even at the very apex of the tree. Tree 25 is in a pot that I've actually been coveting this pot for a number of years, waiting for this tree, I guess. I want to mention one other one. You know, I just want to say, check it out. Look at the Nabari we have going on here. It's just unbelievable. Even the Nabari has corkiness to it, all the way to the top. Crazy branching. You know, this is one of those trees, it's a free spirit tree. You don't get in there and try to do bonsai by the rules with a gorgeous tree like this. That's a dream come true. One of my favorite acquisitions from California. For the last several years, Olea Europaea, or the European olive, has been a very, very requested tree. I try to keep them in. Shortly before Christmas, I sold the last one, so it was one of my #1 target items to purchase while in California. And Gary Ishii had beautiful ones for me, and we have a nice, I'm going to call it a nice program of Olea Europaeas, going from this majestic one here. If you've ever grown one of these or had one of these in your collection, they don't grow like this. This isn't something that you achieve quickly. It takes skill and lots of years. This one has everything you want. It's very dense. Movement, which you can't see, I promise it has it. It has branches on outside curves. This is a dream come true. This is what you work toward for the perfect Olea Europaea. I have lots of variations in the small to medium range, and I wanted to mention even this one here that is in the almost the Mame size. It has a class about it. It has a taper. It has branches. That all happens in 3 to 4 inches. Before we leave this room and head over to the glass house, it's full of charming trees. I want to mention this group. It's a fairly small group, but it's an important group of Catlin Elm. And Gary Ishii always has awesome Catlin Elms. And a lot of times they're in the close to Mame form. The difference in the Catlin Elm, and you can basically discern them, is their branches actually grow kind of in a contorted fashion. Even this one here, fairly old tree. I would guesstimate this tree to be well over 10 years old. So we have several of the Mame and very small Shohin size. This one kind of demonstrates a larger, the next level in size. Again, it has that nice contorted branching, and we put it in an oversized pot, and mainly because these are very valuable. They're very hard to come by, and their first entry into Georgia, I thought they needed to be comfortable in a larger pot. This is actually one that I've had for a number of years. I love it more each year, and it's for sale. It's a real charmer. It shows you what this tree has been basically free grown. It has not been pruned, never had a wire on it. Look at those gnarly branches. Looks like something you'd see in some exotic spot in England. As we leave this room, follow me over to the glass house. As I first arrived at Gary Ishii's nursery, such a treat to go there. He's a great friend also. I always do kind of a walkthrough, like this is a tree I have to have, or this is on my wish list. Well, this tree here was on my wish list, but I couldn't leave without it. It just has textbook class for a Kishu Shimpaku. The base is absolutely gorgeous. This is actually one that had a lightning strike. It's been healed so many years that it's actually closed up. But if you like to create that lightning effect, it's ready to open up very gradually. Of course, the Masakuni hawkbill tool is the perfect device to get that back into that style. In our travels to California, I really feel like I won the lottery here with acquiring a new group of Kishu Shimpaku and the Itoigawa, which is so desired, and all different sizes. I was so excited to add a few of the Kishu twisted varieties. Mr. Ishii is famous for these. Still needs some branch ramification, but that's basically that's your job on these. This is an example of Itoigawa, and just tightly twisted, and you've got this fabulous foliage. Another one that. Now what you're looking at here, you're looking at around 30 years. And if you look at the bark, look at the trunk of the tree is telling you that it is this age. We have so much excitement, especially in the spring and summer. People love doing rock plantings. And I have not had these in these smaller sizes to plant on the stones. And we have a very, very decent number of the smaller ones. They still have that nice stature, that age, but they're small enough to fit into the crevices of stones. Another fabulous, fabulous informal upright Itoigawa. Awesome. More of the small. This tree I must talk about. This is a Tosho. It's a Tosho rigida. I don't think they're very easy to start from cuttings. I think that they're much more challenging. So when I see a nice one, especially at Gary Ishii's, I sort of jump on it. This is just a fabulous little tree. Here's its brother. I'll hold this branch out of the way where you can kind of see inside it. Tosho rigida. Then in raw form, or pre-bonsai form, we have some that are just crying out to be their ramification process to be started. Beautiful trunk, good movement. Here's another one that's going to be a slanted style. These are both Kishu. This is the next row of trees. It's still a mixture of small and large. But it shows you the drama and the size of these old Kishu Shimpaku. Some of these trees, actually the branches are grafted onto the understock of another tree. This is not that, but it is a grafted tree, but not branch grafted. But look at the age in that tree. It just tells you it's very, very old, very weathered, and very gorgeous. Here's one that has, if you like a tree that has a pretty much perfect S-curve, this is it. More of the, another twisted one. You have to just come here, plan a trip to come to Plant City Bonsai, and it'll be a real treat for you. One of my favorites right here. The top is not developed. Itoigawa makes it a real find, but it has the most gorgeous twist, most gorgeous base. If you like a doable project in a reasonable number of years, this is going to be one of the best trees of the season. I mainly purchased the pre-bonsai. I like doing the finishing potting of the tree, but there are a few that I just have to have them even in the bonsai form. This is one of them. It's Kishu Shimpaku, very old tree, 30 plus years at least, but it tells a story. One other one to talk about. This is also one that I had on my wish list. I was not going to buy this tree, but it's another one I couldn't leave without. It's a Kishu. Check out the twisted. It's the most dramatic twist I think I've ever seen, especially in this size. This one, it was sort of the final purchase at Gary Ishii's nursery. I put a lot of plugs in for Gary. If you're in the Los Angeles area, you should go there because it's such a treat to see so many fabulous Shimpaku in one space. Thank you for taking the time to view my first 2016 video. I think you can probably tell I'm very excited about my new purchases, and I hope you're all able to come by or at least call me, and it's just been a great bonsai year.